say aye. Those opposed say no. That's carried. Thank you very much. Thank you. And now we move to the Waipapa Papanui-Innes Community Board.
Kia ora koutou. Thank you very much for having us along today. We don't have any Part A's and we're taking the report as read, so we're just going to go through a few highlights from the last couple of months from around our area. That first photo there is a picture of some things which were delivered to our office in Papanui by the Santa Claus Charitable Workshop Trust. They have volunteers who work all year to create toys, which we received some to give out to groups in our area. We're really proud to be able to support them financially, and yeah, it's great to be able to do that at that time of year.
At the end of last year, the board hosted a joint interview get-together of the Shirley and Papanui interagency networks. We asked the people present at the meeting to reflect on the year, highlights and challenges, and of course COVID featured heavily really with both. And it was really good to hear about how organisations were working collaboratively through that time, how they were working to communicate with their communities and provide support in new and different ways. So yeah, we continue, of course, to appreciate the work of all those organisations and to support the networking that we facilitate with them.
Another great event that was held towards the end of last year was Polyphony. Now this is a youth voice art event which is run biannually by Te Oroho o Tatahi, and it was over 2 days at the end of November. The theme this year was raw and real, and it was a great opportunity for these young people to share their stories. There was photographic things, poems, writing, artwork, and there were 2 evenings which were hosted by the young people, and the community could go along and hear the young people speak about their works, and it was really moving seeing what they'd come up with, and it was a great opportunity for them to share their art, and our board was again proud to support that. And this latest one of them took a step up, took it to the next level compared to previous years, so that was great to see.
Neigbourhood Trust has opened the Whānau Centre in Nancy Avenue. This is the site of the former Pay It Forward craft shop, which is rebranded as the Kōwhai Collective and moved into the city, and I highly recommend it for crafts and handmade items. The Whānau Centre is now a base for practical support for the community around food, for example, CV help, job seeking, and a range of other wraparound supports for local members of that community. It's right in the heart of Mairiho. And it provides the Neighbourhood Trust with a footprint for their operations on the east side of Cranford Street, where their main base is west on McFadden's Road. John Bangma, who's in the photo, who's the principal of Mairiho Primary School, was the guest speaker at the opening and spoke about the importance of the community supports that the Neighbourhood Trust provides.
We've spoken to you before about the great collaborations that are going on in the Northcote area. Now, a number of groups are involved in running a breakfast club at Northcote School 5 days a week, and then on the 11th of December they put on a special Christmas breakfast where 140 students were served, as well as around 40 whānau. There's a picture of 2 of our community policing team. That's Nathan on the right and I think it's Dan on the left. So it's great to have their support, and yeah, all the groups really came together, and it was a cool event to finish the year with in that community.
The Christchurch Northern Corridor opened in December. There was an opening event. Some of you might have been there. I know, I think Pauline, you were there on your bike. There's still a little bit more work to do around that. This upcoming planting season from April onwards, there's more landscaping to do, and there's a few other sort of minor works happening around the edges of it. One outstanding piece of work which has to wait till the next asphalt sealing season is the low noise asphalt that will go on the top of that. There is some concerns in the Redwood community around noise levels from traffic on the motorway. That's really been picked up by Duncan Webb as MP for Central Christchurch, who's been liaising with NZTA. It's coming from the NZTA section of the project, and there's a bit more work being done there. So we'll continue to keep an eye on that, but Duncan's really taken a lead on that in terms of the community response. We've also got the new direct buses from Rangiora and Kaiapoi operating down that road as well. And as you'll be aware, we'll be talking some more about the downstream area on Cranford Street with the bus priority trial in the very near future.
Another great event at the end of last year was the pool party held at Jelly Park. This was for intermediate and high school students, and it was jointly run with Whendleton Waimaori Hereward Board. It was a good turnout. There was a couple of youth bands played, and the weather was really great, so it was cool.
Just a couple of weeks ago, we had the St Albans Skate Jam. It was noted this year that there were a number of younger and first-time participants who came along to participate in that. As usual, there was free equipment available and also coaching available and a skate competition as part of that.
And at our last meeting of last year, we approved the installation of this wayfinding sign at 10 Shirley Road, which is the old Shirley Community Centre site. This is a project, this was installed by the Green Lab, but the Richmond Community Garden have a lease to install the wayfinding trail through part of the residential red zone. So this is the start of it at 10 Shirley Road, and then it goes through Richmond, connecting people with places and projects in the area, including the Richmond Community Garden, Avebury House and Adventure Avenue. Now this Saturday there is a guided walk along the trail, starting at 11:30 at the corner of Medway and Woodchester Streets, where there is a new parklet that the Green Lab have done. So if you're interested, go along and check that out. And that's it from us this time.
Very good. Any questions? No? Mike, would you like to move that the report be received? And Pauline? All right, I'll put the motion. All those in favour say aye. Those opposed say no. That's carried.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. The next is the Waihoro spray